Girls LLC.
We're back with another episode of the Two Valley Girls LLC podcast here at Monsoon Market, our lovely shop in Phoenix, Arizona.
We love it here.
We sure do.
Yeah, we're here on the couch. We have Sam, our friend, the sommelier. Sam is known for being the no snob Somm. Thanks for being here.
I am so stoked to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm trying to get comfortable in my chair so I look less awkward. So
yeah, get
do I
cozy.
look casual
Put
now?
'em up.
Just lay down.
Honestly,
I might put my feet up at some point.
If you come into Monsoon Market on a Sunday or Saturday, you'll find me like this.
That's my
with
vibe.
my sunglasses on.
Yeah,
And
shoes off. Love
Hey guys,
that.
welcome to Monsoon Market. You know?
Can I help you find your wine?
I'm like, that wine is
You're
really
like smoking
good.
a joint. That's the vibe we all want to walk into, though.
Honestly,
So I feel safe.
you're at home
You
here.
have a wine in one hand, a joint in the other, and you're like, come on in. You're safe here.
the right people find their
You found
way
your home,
into
yep.
the market.
You'll smell your way here.
Ooh.
Where's the billboard? The billboard's still up, right?
The billboard is currently up, yes.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
I love that.
Mhm.
So they'll see that, they'll smell it, they'll come.
Yeah, and they'll see me and Mish outside with a little smoke break.
Yes.
We're like, hey guys, let yourself in. We'll be in there in a minute.
And then soon you're blow up wiggly man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Be
Mish
inflated.
just out there.
Woo!
And no one's gonna know it's you.
That's the
And then you're gonna
goal.
pop out.
That is the best part about that costume is that you're an incredible silly man. Nobody would ever know it.
I love it. But now we're giving it away. So
All
I'm
right.
going to have to do this before this episode comes out.
Wait, sorry, sidebar. Have you seen Billy on the street?
No.
You
Oh,
have?
yeah.
yes, yeah.
Like,
Billy on the
I
street.
could see you guys doing that, like, really chaotically. Like, have you been to Monsoon Market? Have you been? And then, like, see what they say, and then, like, be like, okay, bye, and then run away.
I think this is my dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see you guys doing that. And
You
if
should
can
come
hit-
with us.
I would love that. I would just pop out. You guys are so tall, and I'm short. I'll just, like, surprise them in between.
I want to put you on my back.
Yeah. You put me in a baby bird, and I'm just like,
We
I'm
have you in a
trying to
stroller.
follow.
Like, pretend we're like a couple.
okay, we're actually gonna have to do that at least once.
Yes.
We
Make
just
people really
we just went
uncomfortable.
over that we're not lovers, but I do think that that would be a prime opportunity.
No, you'll be like my mom's.
We
I
are.
love that.
Look at our
Cute.
girl.
We're so proud of you.
You
She's
raised me
perfect.
so much.
It does make sense because we do share a bit of an ethos of how we work and this whole like approach to wine we have.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. The vibe.
We saw what you did in Paso. We know what you've been up to.
What happens
What
in
have I been
Paso
up to?
does not stay in Paso.
Not keg stands.
Keg stands.
We saw
There was
you.
literally hard alcohol inside of that. I almost choked to death. I was
Ooh.
like, what is this?
What was in that?
Okay,
Hurts my
keg?
stomach.
I seem like I'm this like really cool rowdy gal, but I've never done a keg stand before. I know. People are like shocked. I know. I always wanted to do one in college, and I don't know why I can't. Like, I could blacked out a lot of college, like literally and mentally.
What
But
happened?
when this opportunity happened in Paso, and he was so stoked to have me do it, I was like, it's happening. I'm in a dress. Just hold me, girl. I had one of my friends. She's a homie. She just like wrapped it up, tied a jacket around. The guy in the back probably got a show, but it was great. It was so much. That was my highlight of the trip. It wasn't even wine.
Wow. You clearly did not go to ASU.
I didn't. I went to U of A.
There we go.
I was gonna ask.
But
Yeah.
why did I do it at U of A? I like slapped the bag all the time. Like I did a bunch of that. But like there were no kegs, at least at the parties I went to. I don't know. I wasn't cool. I didn't go to keg stands. I don't know.
We should have gotten a wine bag. When's the last time you slapped the bag?
No response. I don't know.
Wait, have you never slapped the bag?
No, I've slapped the
Oh,
bag.
okay,
Wait.
good.
It's just been a while.
Yeah.
I think I've only done it once.
I wish like I secretly brought one and then I just pulled it out and then I made you get on your
I
knee.
really wish you did too.
I made Brad from Arizona Daily Mix do it on live TV.
Brad? I
They
grew
didn't-
up with
They
Brad.
didn't know. You did?
I mean, like I grew up with watching him, like on TV. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
that was-
I thought you meant like you grew up
That's-
with him. I'm like,
Misha's
Almost.
actually 50.
you're aging like a fine wine. Like you look great. But
all
no,
natural wines, baby. That's
I
the
love
way
that.
to
That's what's keeping you young.
go. Yeah, I think we need to slap the bag. We need to do cake stands.
We should. What's it like being the funnest girl at the party? Like, what was that like, being the girl who did the cake stand at the Paso Wine Fair?
It's a hard job. Someone's got to do it, and I took that on myself, and it was great. I feel like you just lighten the mood with everyone around you. It's a wine festival, all right? Like, it's not rocket science. Like, come on, guys. Like, and there's always going to be people that are going to be like, why would she do that? Like, sticking their nose up. Like, my mom's probably one of them. Love you, Mom. She's gonna watch this. Maybe cut that out. But you just always have to, like, literally live in your moment. Obviously, being aware of people around you, making other people feel good. But as long as you're having a good time, the vibe is there. Yeah, be ridiculous.
Dude, we understand that.
Yeah, that's why you're my people.
That's why we love you, 100%. It's wine can be a notoriously snobby thing. And we are obsessed that your whole brand and what you do as a Somm is to really make it approachable and make it down to earth, because wine is for everyone.
Yeah.
Wine should be for everyone. And we meet in the middle where, we're making natural wine as approachable as we can make it.
Yep.
And we're all about the snacks. We're all about the couch crushers. We want that, like, easy drinking, just approachable wine that you can share and that you can chug. We're
Exactly.
all about chugging wine.
Exactly. I was just telling them, there's so many people that message me and say, like, I haven't been able to, like, afford going out on a date night. I feel like I can't buy bottles that I want and, like, food that's supposed to pair with it. But you've made me realize it doesn't need to be a filet mignon and a, $100 bottle of Napa Cab to have a nice night. I can get a good quality bottle on a budget, have a cool snack, and have my date night at home, while my kid's asleep. And, like, that's changed my life. And it's, like, something so simple that they incorporate weekly into their routine. Like, that to me is, like, what wine is. It's supposed to be enjoyed, not just, like, on occasion. It's supposed to be enjoyed with your loved ones, daily, weekly, what have you, right? And you're supposed to be able to just sit back, relax, and not think about it and just think it tastes delicious. And that's it. So you guys do the same thing with Natty Wine, and I love it.
Yeah, you are such an educator in this space. Like, you're really making also information accessible to people. What has your career been like? Like, how did you wind up in where you are today with the wine tastings and with your whole Sam Somm world? You connect with so many people online and in person. What is, like, your week like?
Well, I feel like when I started, I was 22 when I became a Somm, and I just wanted to, like, get into the industry and get, like, my certifications. And everyone thinks I have, like, a cool story where I grew up drinking wine and traveling. Like, I wasn't allowed to drink growing up. Like, I didn't drink until college, and I, like, binge drink. And I, like, slapped the bag. I literally tell people I went from, like, slapping the bag like Franzia to sitting in a, blind tasting room in Somm school, listening to people say, like, Steve's like, oh, damp, wet rock and forest floor. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, Steve. Like, who knows what you're talking about? So, like, I, like, went from just being really, like, naive, not knowing anything, to, like, going really hard into it. So that kind of, for me, was what just immediately I was like, this is so crazy how intimidated everyone is. Like, I was intimidated, obviously. They made me feel intimidated, and I hated that feeling because I felt intimidated in, like, everything I do in life. Everyone is always, trying to make you feel inferior for whatever reason, right? And it's, everyone's has their own shit going, but wine especially, as you guys know. So as soon as I got my certification, I had some credibility to my name and got myself out back to Scottsdale. I was working, in tasting rooms, restaurants, all of that. But at the same time, doing my own thing, which is my blog, my social media, my private tastings. It took many years to make that a sustainable living, I'm not gonna lie. But once, it kind of clicked and the pandemic hit and I went virtual, that's where it really, like, shit hit the fan in a good way. And I was able to connect with people who were like, yes, you know your shit, but you're making a normal person who likes wine understand it. And you're making me feel good about it. And I don't feel, like, awkward asking you questions. You just make me feel, like, loved and supported. And I feel like that's what I love about this. You guys do the same. Like, yes, our career's wine and, like, you guys are running a business, but it's how you make people feel at the end of the day, after you leave a tasting, after you leave the wine shop or an interaction. people are going to remember like you as a human. And I think that's what's really helped me in my brand is just being Sam. And like the wine is obviously a huge part of it, but I like that connection. I like interacting with people and creating that experience. And that's what really helped, grow, my business and my social media and all that good stuff to connect with more wine lovers. That was like a vomit of like a mouth. Like I don't even know if I like answered your question.
You definitely did
Okay.
because you do a lot. You do a lot in the wine world. I feel like if we are tapped in with you online, you're always drinking, which we love that because
I am.
Same, at the shop every day. I'm like, what wine am I going to drink today? And who am I going to share it with? What is the vibe today? And I feel like we see you online, you're hosting tastings, you're traveling, you're tasting wines, you're making it approachable with like what you're doing in the moment and sharing what you're eating and what you're drinking. And it's so fun to watch because it does encourage other people to do the same. It's not that hard. Do you like it? Cool, drink it.
And if you don't, cool. There's so many other ones, right? That's the
Mhm.
first thing I tell people when I do a tasting with them. Like, yeah, I curated the list, whether they're from here, they're from Trader Joe's, they're from my online shop, but we're all different. If you don't like it, cool. Let's, talk about what it was you didn't like and move on and find another wine that you do, right?
Feel good with Sunday Goods. Visit any of their locations valley-wide and use the code Monsoon for a discount at checkout. Thanks for listening to the Two Valley Girls LLC podcast. Now back to the show.
Going back to drinking what I'm putting out there. Yeah, I'm not like at home drinking expensive wine and then posting about cheap wine. I'm literally drinking what I love. And that's like what started the snack pairings is like, oh, I'm gatekeeping. I'm not telling, and it wasn't on purpose, but it's like, I felt like I'm being a piece of shit, like eating my box of Cheez-Its and my, whole entire bottle of wine on the couch on a Tuesday, but it's delicious. It's like, okay, wait, other people could be thinking of this as a pairing and as an experience. And you do feel better about that. Food is meant to go with wine and to be, consuming it with others, which is why my tastings are popular, my wine club. So you don't have to be alone drinking on the couch. You guys have each other, obviously. Even in my virtual community, we have each other. And I think that's really special too. We could be on our couch in our own homes with our families, our shit, getting, off our job, all that, and still wind down with a good glass of wine, food, company.
Speaking of.
Well, we did want to do something special for you here.
We're on the couch.
What does that mean for us? I think I know.
Well, we're here inside a Monsoon Market. We would normally open some market snacks, but we know that you're kind of famous for something, and we wanted to lean in.
Does it start with a T and end with a bell?
It may.
Yeah.
Bong.
Absolutely.
I was like, it has to be either T-Bell or Cheez-Its. Two of my favorite food groups.
We love a nice filet, a nice dinner.
Yeah.
We also fucking love driving through Taco Bell and getting everything off their menu. So that's what we did. We got some of your favorites that we know that you love. We also grabbed some of our favorites and some Taco Bell classics.
I love this for us.
So, okay, let's bring it in.
Beautiful. Match it
T-Bell
with some
delivery.
wines. Oh yeah, that's
Magic.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That smell. That's good.
Yeah.
That's the stuff.
Just give it a good whiff.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got
Okay.
the fries too. All right.
Okay, we got a little bit of everything. And we need to pick out some wines though. And so, we're at Monsoon Market. And so what are some wines that you love to have with T-Bell? What are some of your classics? We're going to pick some stuff out.
Ooh, and the options are endless over here. I already know. But I will say always a safe bet is going with something like rosé, fruity, versatile. I honest to God think you could pair any item from Taco Bell with a good, dry, little bit of fruity rosé. It's just going to work. Or let's be real, bubbles, something carbonated, something effervescent. That's going to cleanse your palate in between each bite, like French fries and bubbles. Hell yeah. So I'd say rosé, bubbles. If we got something like Portuguese, like a Vinho Verde style wine, that's always going to be really cool. But anything like fruity, zingy, zesty, which is, I know, in your inventory. So there's too many to count.
Pick 'em out.
We're all
Well,
ready.
let's go to the fridge.
Go to the fridge.
Let's
Go to the
see.
fridge.
Let's see what we have. Okay, I think we should definitely pick out a rosé. I think something that could be really fun could either be this juicy fruit from Wonderwork, which is a co-ferment. It's like a nice light chilled red rosé. I also think we could do the Desi rosé.
I think Dusty could be good too.
Have you had the Desi?
I don't think I have. No, it's just telling me, should I try something new every time I come? And I'm always like, they're all good. So
All right, Sam.
just tell me what to get.
It's also
you
a
tell us
leader.
Anything you guys tell me.
Okay,
She's
and
pretty.
let's do a bubble as well, just so we can have two.
Yeah.
We have some options.
I love that.
Hey, Mish, you want to open more than one bottle of wine?
Oh no.
What are you doing
Twist
later?
my arm.
I hate it here.
I like
Okay,
that it's a liter too. That's nice.
I
You
think
just gotta get your liter of rosé, your bag, which this weighs like at least a couple pounds of T-Bell. That's happiness.
I picked out an Italian frizzante as well
Ooh.
from Folicello.
Oh wait, I've had this one.
You like this?
Yes, I love that one.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is great because this wine is literally $6,
Yeah,
and
I
you
love
know
that.
we have a 25 and under rack as well, which is we're all also about like it's a random Tuesday.
Yes.
Like, what do you need to spend $30 on a bottle of wine
And you
for?
should be able to open up bubbles on any day. You don't need to wait and do it for a celebration. That's important. Don't cut that out.
We're living.
Bubbles every day.
We're living life, and that is a celebration. You know
Living.
what? In the words of Taco Bell, live Moss.
Live Moss.
That's Coral's motto.
I dare you
That
to
is
get
my-
that tattooed on you. She's gonna do it.
Done.
Wait,
Where are we putting
if
it?
you do it, can I come? I want to get it too.
Yes.
Like, oh my god.
Matching
that would be-
Live Moss tattoo.
I love that so much.
I already have a lip
If
tattoo.
you didn't have a lip tattoo, you should have done it on your lip.
We could do it like on our butts. Yeah.
I have
Like
a
on the
story
lower
about butt
cheek.
tattoos.
I've actually always wanted one there.
Okay, I
Oh my
might
God.
have had my best friend on her 18th birthday get Bootylicious tattooed on her butt.
I love that.
Like, I literally asked her and she said okay. And she did. And I had to explain it to her mom. So,
I feel like you would do the same. Like if we were like drinking and having a good time, and I'm like, "Will you get this tattoo?" You'd go do it with me.
Okay.
You would.
we have
Yeah, it's not a lie.
So I'm a sommelier, but like I'm really klutzy, and I don't pour very well. This is why I didn't last in the restaurant industry a long time.
it does not matter.
This is.
Okay, we just have so much Taco Bell.
It was so much. What do you
Here's your
think?
napkins.
We went
I
a
like
little
that you
bit
went for the
crazy.
pizza.
I love the Mexican.
I love the
pizza.
Mexican pizza.
Yeah.
She looked at me and she said, "Do you want a something something taco?" And I said, "Get 2 Mexican pizzas at least."
Oh wait, I got you. Hold on.
Because I want one also.
What's your guys' go-to order?
Spicy potato soft taco.
That's what she said.
Which
Spicy potato
is
soft taco.
this.
You're not a vegetarian though, are you?
No,
you just
I
like
just
that.
love potatoes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
French fries, potatoes.
Same.
Okay, can I give you guys okay, I have a spicy soft potato
Literally
soft
in the
taco.
Oh.
I don't know.
No, that lid's fucked
Nacho
up.
fries. Okay, we'll get into it. Oh yeah,
Oh,
gotta
that
get the
was
cheese
delicious.
out.
Oh wait. I feel bad. Do you guys want any?
Oh, we ordered them
Oh,
some.
crunch wrap. Okay. Good.
Oh yeah, keep the crunch wrap out.
I
All
love
right.
That's my
crunch wrap.
go-to.
I love it. Well, let's cheers, you guys.
I know. I'm like diving in.
Assholes.
Thank you for having me. This is so nice. This is the best night of my life.
Thanks.
Being here. Thanks
Love
for
you
being
guys.
here. We love you. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
This is dangerous.
This pairing is actually
Did you already take a bite?
so
Did you try it?
much.
my
I did.
God.
I'm. can't
I
keep me
love
away.
this wine.
I know.
Wait,
It's
It's kind of
nice
herbal,
because
but
It
What is
tastes delicious by itself. Like it doesn't need food at all.
mm-mm.
That's when you know it's like gonna be a good pairing, when the wine tastes good, and then you add the food, whatever that may be, and then you go back to it, and you're like, whoa! It took it maybe from like a 9 to like 1,000 and 13.5 alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I love this rosé. We used to say that we didn't
Have you
like
had it?
rosés. Yeah, but I just haven't had it in like
In a while.
5 minutes and you forgot how good
Like
it was.
yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't had
A
it
little
since
reminder.
yesterday. Okay, I need to try a nacho fry with this. I feel like that is.
Why did you say that you used to not like rosés?
Before getting introduced to some more natural wines,
Mhm.
rosés can be made very cheaply.
Mm-hmm. You like
And-
taste the chemical. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly what
Yo,
you're talking about.
young, handle.
Yeah.
And I think I could
It just
feel
lingers
it.
a little bit. It's fine. And no one knows that like rosé doesn't have to taste that way.
Mhm. Absolutely.
We thought it was always really over floral
Yeah.
and really overly sweet.
Sugar.
Because, honestly, we know that one thing about, wine for the mass consumer is that they want to create a palette that people expect, right?
Mhm.
Which isn't a bad thing, but it does kind of limit your mindset because you forget that wine can taste like anything. So not all rosé is the same. Not all, reds are the same. It's the same with any category of wine. And so we were starting to taste rosés that we were like, wow, this is not at all like what we thought rosé tasted like. It was new to us. It was a bit fresher, lighter, and had still so much of that fresh acidity that you want, like in a pink lemonade.
Yeah.
But without all of the extra, I don't know,
like shit going on.
Additives.
I mean, I feel like we're like the same age. I feel like we grew up like thinking, at least tell me if I'm wrong, like pink wine was the sweet stuff. Like I didn't grow up in a family that is from France and didn't know that you could get elegant Provence style dry rosés. It really wasn't until I got into the wine industry where I noticed that, oh, rosé could be a real wine, like, and it could be so different, each one you go through. And I kind of love that you guys are doing God's work too. It's like, people in the wine industry, winemakers, and wineries and wine shops are like showing that to people and like having them like taste test like side by side, and getting them out of their comfort zone. Same thing with like Chardonnays, right? And like Merlots that everyone like shits on. And like, I love that when you could get someone on a varietal that they think that they're scarred from, which is a fair reason if like they've had a lot of bad ones. And yeah, you guys really open up that door. I'm sure for a lot of people who thought a lot of varietals they didn't like, and then they try your fresh, you're literally like straight from the source into the bottle, like the purest it could get. And that's what I love so much about the Natty Wines and like your guys' shop.
Yes,
Thank
amen.
you.
Thank you. We
Yes.
love changing people's minds about things. Chardonnay is such an excellent example. That was something that I think it was because it was what was sold to, let's say here in Phoenix in the 80s and 90s.
Exactly.
I know like everyone's mom was ordering a glass of Chardonnay
like
at the bar. Like,
Ron
oh, I'll have
Bauer.
a glass of Chard. And it tasted like an oak barrel and it was heavy and buttery. And
not good oak.
Not good, like bad,
fake, like
artificial
popcorn.
Because it was probably a
oil,
lot of it was oak chips instead of actually being aged in oak barrels.
And then it makes oak have a bad rep. When
Yes,
oak's not the enemy,
correct.
oak could be lovely.
Exactly. Yeah,
100%.
that's such a good call out. And so, I think that was what we were getting fed. And so to change people's minds, what we know better now, and we have more access to with what we know.
And people are talking about it more, in a nice way.
Mhm.
We're not like, fuck Ron Bauer, oak Chardonnay. I like love it. I will drink a butter bomb. Like I am the most unbiased like person in wine, like depending on my mood, what day it is. But at the same time, I know my audience, like I know the majority of people need that cleaner version, and it's just the verbiage and how you talk about it. And yeah, I just love that you guys do the same thing. Just keep it easy, keep it real with everyone.
Like you said, it's the vibe too.
Yeah.
That's how we encourage people to shop our wines.
You can appreciate everything for what it is. You don't have to like everything, but yeah, I like to eat hot Cheetos too, just like I like to make my own fresh pressed juice in the morning. You
can be both people.
You can find
you can be both people.
find a girl who can
She's
do
dynamic.
both.
Yes, you are. We're all dynamic.
Yeah, like it's okay to like it for what it is. It's okay to like a $2 chuck for what it is, or to get a gas station wine, you know what I mean? And to enjoy it. It's also okay to know that you can get a more like small produced independent wine, and it's going to be something entirely different probably. And you can appreciate both. There's room for all of it,
That's kind of like a good segue of something that I wanted to like share with you guys too, because that on social media, I'm like obviously posting a lot of grocery store wine, Trader Joe's, all of that. And it kind of, you're not those people, but a lot of people in the industry, I'll get comments being like, you don't support small wineries, like you're ruining the business of small wineries, all that kind of stuff. But you guys know this, it's a much bigger picture. Most people don't have access to shops like this. They just don't. And you want to be able to make wine for everyone, right? So I try to show like, yes, that's like what I share because I love it. I'm cool drinking it. I think it's delicious. But at the same time, I have a small wine brand, baby tiny wine brand, 40 cases produced, I work with small wineries in my wine club every month and feature them. So it's like, there's room for everything. And I don't think you got to be like, fuck one side of it or the other and just, be educated and aware of it all. So that's just something I like to share with like everyone I talk to, especially my wine club and like all my tastings, because I don't get to talk about it a lot on social media because there's really crazy people in there, and like you don't want to open up that can of worms, and I mean you just block everyone that is like crazy. But yeah, you don't really understand that even though you're shopping a mass-produced wine, there's still small people behind it at the end of the day. Like even one that you could get at Trader Joe's actually came from a smaller guy when you kind of go down the rabbit hole. But just the whole thing is accessibility and making everyone feel like they can enjoy wine. And you guys agree with that, which is why I love you guys. And I love coming in here. You guys know I come in here like every couple weeks. And I stock up on my Natty wine and I use it for my private tastings. I drink it myself. And that's why anytime someone books me, I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, I'll give you options. I'll give you, you know, region themes. I'll give you ideas. Do you want to source local? Do you want to keep it at a grocery store? Do you want to order online? And it's just, the sky's the limit. As long as like you're trying something new, you're getting out of your comfort zone, you know, you're humoring me, letting me, you know, pick them for you. And that's all you could ask for, is someone to try something new. And that's what I love about it.
It's so fun that you introduced, you know, natural wine to your followers as well, and that you were able to cater to both sides of the spectrum and everything in between, because everything in between exists too. And what about all of that? You know, there's a lot of different options and you can do a little bit of everything. You can dabble in it, you know, and so we really appreciate that you come into the shop and that you've started to include natural wine in your tastings. It's, you know, just makes us, you know, proud to be here and to be able to provide more options just for people, because that's really what it is, you know, being able to be like a showcase, like, hey, this is here. Like, hey, we've got this really dope Arizona made low intervention natural wine, you know, as well as like wines from Germany and fucking Switzerland and Slovenia. Like, it's a peek into other parts of the world. Wine
from Slovenia last night.
Yeah.
It was so random. It was so good.
It's so, we put wines from Slovenia in our wine club last month. And having a wine club is so dope. Having people who trust you to pick out wine for them. Our club, you don't get to pick red or white, which is kind of untraditional for a lot of like shops. Usually
like
you get your choice.
You guys choose it. Yeah. I like that though, because it's so different with your inventory though. It's like, depending on what you have, it's like, trust me on this. Like, you're going to want all these whites, or you're going to want all these like rosés or reds or whatever. No, I think that's great. And that's why they're in your club. It's like, they trust you to pick it. That's like what's so great about someone on social media taking it to the next level, you know, like booking you or coming into the shop or joining the wine club. That means like you really cultivated like your people, your community. And that's the best part.
Yeah.
We always say we curate wine for the Arizona drinker.
Absolutely. We don't sell online, so you're only coming into the shop and buying wine is the only way to get it. Right. So if you come in on a Saturday or a Sunday, we've got bottles open and we're tasting. Those are wines that we would want to be drinking if we weren't here at work. But luckily we are here at work and we're drinking them also. So win-win. But
that's what people need. And I think I love that you guys obviously have like from across the globe wines, but the Arizona like wine, I feel like we're doing great. Like, I know you guys were just talking about Arizona wine country in the last one, but like, we gotta like give our Arizona wine country like some credit that it's gonna probably blow up. And like our little hidden gem area is gonna be like become touristy, like Sedona and stuff, which is good. We want, you know, people to flock over there and go to all the wineries. But it's really crazy how good the wine is. And I love that you guys like showcase it here along with like all the other regions. I think it's so important where you live to like try the wine that's being created there and understand that like we just all have different terroir. Like a lot of people in different regions, like I'm just giving an example, like Texas or Michigan kind of bag on their wine that they have because it's not Napa or it's not Bordeaux. And I'm like, because it will never be that. You know, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. They haven't been making wine for thousands of years. Like, they're going to take some time to figure out what their niche is, but be there to be witnessing it and like try it as it gets better. Even 6 years ago when I first got into wine, the wineries taste way different now. I'm like, whoa, like this is good. Like that's way different from the last one that I remember trying.
That's like being in on the band before it got big, you know?
Exactly.
Like people maybe, or like you said, kind of discrediting it in a way, but think about it in an opposite perspective of, hey, I knew this band before it was cool. Like I knew this cool wine region before it blew up, you know? Like
Valley girls, like you gotta support the Valley.
There's wine in the Valley.
I do have to say, I'm also a Valley girl. I grew up in Simi Valley, like the Valley girl.
Yes.
I don't go back that much. My family still lives there, but like that's another reation why we vibe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So many connectors.
100%. We love bringing the Valley girl aspect. You know, we just wanted to lean in. We can't fight it, you know?
No.
It's just who we are.
It's who you are.
It's just totally who we are.
It is. And I love that your social media is so good and so real. Like we've known each other in real life for years and have drank together, and it's funny
each other like change,
grow,
evolve, and all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just funny because I watch you, and it's like watching your friends' stories. You know, it's like sometimes your reels really feel like those funny reels that your close friend sends just to you. I'm like, thank God that you share these online for the masses, because no wonder people can relate and follow you. You make it really easy to do so.
I feel the same way. We're the same people online as we are when you meet us. So that way you really cultivate your community and your clientele. So when you get customers in, or when I get bookings, I'm not that worried because they saw it all out there in plain sight.
Everything.
If you're not cool with me dropping the F-bomb, then probably shouldn't have booked me.
Fucking move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Vibe check.
Fucking
So
bye.
that's so great. Like I feel bad that it takes, you know, people so long to kind of get that on social media because it's such a rough world out there. But once you do, it's so worth it, because then you just attract exactly who you want, your vibe of people. And that's what keeps us going and showing up on that world. Because it's exhausting, as you guys know, but it's way less exhausting when you have good people that are like, oh, I feel like I have a friend. Like, I feel like we, you know, are literally friends, and that you made my day better. And I'm like,
yes.
yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Something so small like that, like cheers. Yeah, that's great. Life's
real.
brutal. So anytime like someone just says a wine pairing made their day, a wine that they got from Monsoon Market, like made their week, like that's everything. You know?
It is.
It really makes you feel just so good about it all, you know, to be able to just like relate to people and be living in an unfiltered way, you know, to be able to just be real with people, just like natural wine. Like you're getting what you're getting. You know, it is what it is. Like let's not try and hide anything about it. You know, it's all up front. With that being said, though, like pairings, we do also believe that you can pair really anything together, because if you like it, you should eat it, you should drink it. Like it's totally personal. But I'm curious to know, because this is a theory we've been playing with for a while. Fucked up pairings. Does it exist? And can you think of one? Because we challenge ourselves all the time when we go to a restaurant or something. We'll be like,
how can we make
what's
this
the
really
most
bad?
fucked up thing we can do here? Like,
Let's make
how
it taste bad.
Yeah, like how do we do that?
It's kind of hard to do.
It is kind of hard, like, you know. So do you have any things that you've tried that you were like, this is not it? I'm gonna eat my spicy potato taco.
I love that. Before I answer that question, I do want to segue and say one thing, because I just was talking about this with someone else on an Instagram Live doing a snack pairing. It's not black and white with pairings. Like sometimes opposites attract in the food and the wine. Sometimes complements attract. And when someone asks me like for a foolproof formula, that I think that's really hard. I think there's like guidelines you could follow, but it's always going to depend on that specific wine, the way that food's cooked, right? Like all of that. So I do want to share that. It's not always like white wine, white meat, red wine, red meat. Like you could frickin' pair. I love how I switch from frickin' to fucking. It's like, just choose one, Samantha. I don't know why I do that. I like, sometimes I'm like, I'm going to be nice.
Sometimes
like, I'm naughty.
Family friendly, and sometimes
yeah, it just comes out.
Naughty and nice.
So yes, I do want to just say that, like, you could experiment a lot, but to really fuck up a wine pairing, I think is actually harder. Like, I think it's easy to be like chill with most things that we're doing, but the worst thing that I could remember that I've had, and it was not that long ago, I want to say this was just a couple months ago, I DoorDashed a poke bowl. I love poke bowls, and it's from a place I always like get them from, and I trust the fish. Like it's like all good. I was eating it. But before that, I was drinking a red. It was like, I believe it was a Sangiovese, which can be kind of like tannic and acidic.
Mhm.
And I was pretty deep into that bottle. And then I got the fish, and my tongue and my mouth started tasting like blood and like metal. And I'm like, am I having a stroke? I was like, Nick! he like freaked out because like I've definitely like randomly passed out before, like long story. He's just thinking he's like gonna call 911. Anyways, real dramatic over here. Like I'm very dramatic. But I was like, oh, it's because I'm literally eating raw fish that had like very minimal like sauces, like seasoning. It was like straight up like ahi, you know, like tuna and like salmon and stuff. And then I was drinking that really intense tannic red, and it was not vibing, you know? So like a pretty obvious thing is like a tannic, funky, earthy red with raw fish. It's not great.
Yeah,
it's not great, but that's like the worst thing that I've ever done, you know? Like, what about you guys when you're like actively trying to do a bad one at the restaurant? Like, I think it's difficult, but it's challenging too to make a perfect pairing. Like something that really like surprises you. I think that's hard as much as it is to do a bad pairing.
100%. I don't know. I think more so like being able to have like a bubble, like a pet nat that's like not quite the right temperature, and then like drinking that with like something that's spicy, you know? Like it's more so like less about the wine and the food, and I think sometimes the vibe, the delivery, the setting, you know?
Like, what if the people suck?
What if your date is bad?
Yeah, like you go to a restaurant and like
the dates.
who you're with is mean, or like the staff is mean. You remember that more than the wine or 100%. The food.
An all natural wine club, always open, only for Phoenix. Natty and Nice. Available online at monsoonmrkt.com.
Back to like the way I'm just joking.
Anyone know that? Like,
I actually don't.
I don't.
Like,
don't look at me.
Like I'm 31 years old. I should know that.
You're Somm. You have other certifications.
I have really heard
my first job ever was a lifeguard, so I got you.
Oh, so okay, we're fine.
Yeah.
As long as there's always one person in this room that could save a life, like we'll be okay.
It will never be me.
CPR.
I know. Don't say never. We can surprise ourselves.
Are you only you and I?
I want to ask both of you this. This isn't my podcast, but are you fight or flight?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
I have done an escape room before.
I hate escape rooms.
And you're like,
you know, I am a cheerleader. I am like, you guys are killing it. Keep it up. I'm loving this energy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to figure it out. I'm not going to figure out how to solve the problem, but I will make sure that we're having a good time.
But you're not going to freak
that's
out.
true.
No.
In the crisis.
I actually have been in a few crises before.
Yes.
I've been in multiple crises, and I surprisingly held my shit together. Yeah. I was honestly actually pretty, I was strong.
Yeah.
I like that you experienced it and you know. What about you?
I'm very fight, just because I'm Aries.
I definitely could see you in the escape room situation being like, all right, I got this, guys. Like, fuck off. Like,
that's exactly it.
Like, you just like, you don't want to do it, but you know that you got to get it done.
I'm already annoyed that I think I'm going to do it the best, and I'm going to get annoyed by them trying to figure it out with me. So it's either like, I have to figure it out.
You will cheer her on.
Yeah. I'm like,
I won't leave you. I'll never leave you.
My thing though is,
but I won't be helpful if I don't know what's happening. I'll try my best.
Life is enough of an escape room. I don't need to go pay to play escape room.
That's so true.
Like that concept to me is so fucked.
Don't you kind of like it? It makes you appreciate life a little more. I'm like,
no,
wait, my life.
I appreciate life. Like I'm so happy to be here doing this right now.
This is pretty.
But like the idea of recreational time to go play escape room to me, I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
you're like, why would someone do this to themselves?
Why would we go do this? Why would we not?
The same way about the rooms where you could just hit everything and like smash things.
No, that's her specialty.
That's what you love.
She loves that shit.
Okay.
Mosh pits and break rooms.
That's your vibe.
Smash rooms? I have no joke.
Break rooms.
Break rooms.
Smash rooms.
That's more my vibe. I want to chill.
Chill in a break room.
Oh, find me in your break room.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
In the teacher's lounge.
I'm in the teacher's lounge.
They're called rage rooms. That's even worse.
Rage rooms.
Rage rooms.
Are they really called rage rooms?
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
I have like a punch card to one.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's actually a fun hidden fact about you that I did not know.
Do truth or lie? I have a punch card to the rage.
I love that.
Wait.
And now I can see it. Now that she said it, now I can see it.
I have a game.
You gotta get your
Let's do it.
frustrations out.
I think we should play Fuck, Marry, Kill Wine Edition.
Ooh.
Okay. So Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Varietals.
Okay, of varietals. I'm talking, I don't know how weird I want to get with it, but let's say Chardonnay. I feel like we have to include a classic.
Yeah, I like
Chardonnay.
that.
Let's do Zin.
Chardonnay Zin.
Chardonnay, Zin, and Riesling.
Chardonnay Zin and Riesling.
Oh, you're not gonna like my answer.
You guys can give a different one if you want.
You going to go first? You want? We should. Our guest
I'll
should go first.
I'll
Our
go
guest.
first.
Fuck, Marry, Kill.
Marry, Kill.
Chardonnay, Zin, and Riesling.
All right. I would marry Chardonnay. I think it could just be so versatile, from like your Burgundies to my Auchards. I'm good for that. I hate to say it. I'd probably kill Riesling. I love all wine, but that's the one where if I had to choose between it, like I have to have my Zin. So so fuck the Zin.
Yeah.
So I'd fuck the Zin.
Fuck the Zin.
Ooh, Zin's big and juicy, so she's big and hot and juicy. I'll fuck her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would fuck her.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. I love that answer. Do you want to answer the same one?
I will have the same answer. I wasn't trying to copy
really?
her,
Oh,
but
really?
like
That's why it's good to go first.
those are my exact answers because I
You're
knew.
still original, I promise.
I know. I was like, you're gonna hate this because I know she loves Riesling.
I saw when
she
you made that
loves
face. You're a
Riesling.
Riesling girly.
I
right
am
now.
a Riesling girly. I am fucking Riesling.
Yeah.
I'm fucking
Who you
Riesling.
marrying?
You're killing
Riesling
Chardonnay, I
is
feel like.
sweet a lot of the times, as people know her, and also really spunky. Brings a lot of energy.
You're gonna kill Zin, aren't you?
Yeah, of course I am.
Oh.
Don't.
Actually, that makes sense.
But
I
it's
feel
just
for you.
I'm just not as much of a Zin girl.
Yeah,
That's fair.
You know, like I could do without. And I also agree Chardonnay is timeless
that's a good word for it.
and
Timeless.
forever.
Yes.
You know? So
She's classy.
I love that.
You're
We
right.
should play that with our customers.
It's like,
I fuck, marry,
People
kill.
love the personalities of the grape varietals. Like I'm gonna start doing that on like my club tastings and like astrology, like with the grapes. So it's like I've only ever done it for myself. I just was like, I didn't think too much of it, but you guys will get it. Pinot Noir, because she's really thin-skinned and fragile, and she's really hard to grow. Like takes a lot of love and care. And if you do it wrong, she's gonna be bad. But if you give her everything she needs and take care of her, she'll be the best thing that's ever happened to you. That's what I tell Nick.
you're a Pinot Noir.
I'm a Pinot
Wait,
Noir.
what's your sign?
I'm a Taurus, so I'm 420.
What?
Best
Yeah,
birthday
you knew
ever.
this. You knew this.
I knew
I
this.
forgot.
Yeah,
That's
I'm,
pretending.
yeah, I'm 420, but I'm Aries ends on the 19th. So it's like when I look at like the Aries and the Taurus and also like everything else that goes into it,
Mhm.
I'm like, I'm both. But yeah, I'd say Taurus for sure. What are you? I know you're an Aries.
I'm a Sag. Sagittarius.
Just a different fire sign.
Fire sign. Absolutely. Yeah.
What month is your birthday?
December.
December.
Yeah, early December, baby. Man, that's fun. Wine is zodiac signs.
know.
I
I
would
would.
guys think of what grape varietal you
I'm
would be.
I'm
like,
trying
on
to
the
think
spot.
about that for myself right now.
You just kind of said it though. Riesling is spunky and she's versatile. You know, like I feel like that
Mhm.
kind of goes into it. You'd have to expand on that. But as soon as you said spunky, I was like, yeah, that's you.
Yeah, big personality. You
Yeah.
know, Sagittarius people love to just like they love a show. They love a spectacle.
And there's a lot of moving parts to you and like a lot of things like that you could do and like
Yeah.
learn
Mhm.
from. And I feel like Riesling is like that. So
And one thing I'll say too, Riesling goes well with spicy foods, right? We all
Yeah.
know like a Riesling and like a hot like Thai dish or something slaps together.
yep.
And I think that I do really well with fire and with like roasts, you know? I
Yeah.
love a good roast.
Like roasting a person.
Roasting, yeah. Like I think roasting is just fun.
Wait, do you think you could be the
Roasted.
roasty? Yeah.
This is actually a birthday idea I'm gonna have. One of my next big birthdays
my
is gonna
worst
be a
nightmare.
roast.
Really?
100%. It's
know.
gonna be a roast.
I mean, it's hard to handle.
You gotta have the right people.
You have to
do
fix
it.
it. Skin.
I
You're a
feel like-
Pinot, so you can't handle it.
Actually, I got roasted at my wedding unintentionally. My
At your
sister,
wedding?
yeah, she like gave her speech, and it was really mean. It was like, you know when like they make fun of you and they're getting the
Like
laugh,
joking.
but then it like comes back around into like heartwarming. It never came back around.
You're like waiting.
Yeah, waiting and waiting, and then on top
Okay.
of that, my friend Marissa she did the same thing, and she's not the most sentimental person. I was expecting, it not to be that good. But same thing, roast, funny, and then nothing ever came back. So I actually do you watch New Girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
I want Winston's honey roast. I want to do a do-over and be like, only good things.
Yeah.
Say only nice
Be
things.
nice to me. Say good things. I know.
But that's funny. I think you should do that for sure for your birthday.
What do you think about
Yeah,
Aries?
go for
Let's
it.
pick one for Aries.
I don't think I know, but
What do you think?
Varietal.
Varietal maybe, yeah. What do you
Let's
think?
see. I feel like you could be something dependable and loyal and something that is always gonna be consistent, even though obviously we know varietals can change a lot. I feel like, in my opinion, Cabernet Sauvignon.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Because it can be so different, obviously, we know that. But
Bold as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
she
bold,
bold.
she's feisty.
She's a little in your face.
She's
Mhm.
rich, but she's
She's
the person
rich,
you
let's
want to have
manifest
on your
that.
side and your back. And whenever you want to go home to her, she's
Ooh.
there, and that's your cap sauce.
So
I
true.
think I'm want to marry me.
Wait,
Wait,
dude. What the fuck, dude?
you?
I'm
asking
over
me?
here. I've
I'm
been
saying
here.
my ring
I've
off.
been here.
Are you getting jealous? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh
Yes.
no.
And then we're gonna go.
We can make it a threesome. You don't.
I'm
gotta-
into
I don't
trou-
want to make
call
anyone
this-
feel left out.
Call this a co-ferment. You know what I'm
a
saying?
co-fermentation.
A blend.
I love that. And also, you're actually my mom's too. So
You're
maybe
right.
I won't marry you. I still want to be in your baby burn. So.
We have a weird
You're doing amazing,
relationship.
sweetie.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll keep it weird, but not too weird. We're
Yes.
you birthed your wife.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not weird at all.
It's not
It
weird.
makes sense.
Why do people think that we're weird?
No one ever takes you
sense.
seriously.
It makes sense.
It
You're right.
does.
You guys, I'm drinking faster than you.
I know. I never know how much to drink when you're doing shit like this.
I'm like, wait, are they drinking? Because I'm
Okay.
drinking.
Thank
I
you
really
for-
want to
You
try.
have the wrong glasses. Give me my glass.
You're Michelle and I am Coral.
I'm
have-
Michelle.
we
Am
actually
I
have
a little
our-
Hello Kitty? Ooh, I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah. You're cosplaying as a Scorpio.
I'm a bee. Whatever bee. Who's bee?
That's Bailey.
Bailey. Oh, that makes sense.
That's me as a waiter.
Can you fucking give me your glass?
You're moving it around. You're like,
Actually, that
people
would
hate
make
when
me
you do
feel
that.
better when waiters are more stern and abrupt. I like it. No, I like it feisty.
I want it to
I
be
was
like a
just kidding.
Be in
booty.
line.
I was just kidding, and then I actually did.
No, I love that.
All right. So this is the Italian frizzante. This is a little bit of a.
Il Folicello, we love. They've been making wine for years
Do
in
you guys
Italy.
know, you guys, I love how you know, obviously, the stories behind everyone, but you've been to some of the wineries. Have you been to this one before?
We haven't been to this winery, but this winery is in Emilia Romagna, so
Okay.
classic region in
Yeah.
Italy, and we love
Is that
this.
where we get Parmesan?
Yes.
Yes.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
smart. I know.
winner.
Bring this girl to trivia. Real DOP
Okay.
Parmesan comes from Emilia Romagna.
I love that.
And so this wine
good.
region is wonderful, right? But this winery specifically is a husband and wife that started in the 80s just making wine
I
for
love that.
themselves. They were just
They were,
let's make
20.
some good
As
Italian
Italians
wine.
do.
That's-
They're we just want good wine for ourselves.
Right.
Whatever happens.
We want to drink, so
Yeah.
let's make wine.
Yeah.
And it kind of rolled into them making more wine for their neighbors and for their friends. And then they started a family, and fast forward now to current day. And they have a little bit of an agriturismo vibe or a farm, where they've got all of their little sheeps and chickens and goats, and they've got the whole thing. They grow produce, they make their own jams and shit like that. We love wineries where it just feels so wholesome, and so you can
I'm gonna do a
taste
fry
it.
with this one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
good call.
good idea. I'm obsessed with nacho fries. I hope Taco Bell never takes them away again.
Yeah,
Fries
it's
and
still there.
fizz.
Where's
Yeah,
the cheese?
fries and fizz. It's here.
Have you tried their chicken cantina menu yet?
No.
No.
No. You're there's no potatoes.
Do you-
Fuck that.
Do you get the emails? When do they? What? Cantina?
I'm on their newsletter.
You order on the app,
What
right?
the fuck?
Wait,
They
actually,
have a newsletter?
something really cool.
You can join
Shout
the
out.
mailing list.
All right.
They have all these new menu items that they're creating, and
Yeah.
they have collaborators.
Yeah.
Chilte, which is here in Phoenix, homies.
Mhm.
Chilte is on the collaboration menu.
Really?
Yeah.
I
so
didn't know that.
Yeah, chef-
See, she's in the loop on the T-Bell secrets. Okay.
I know my T-Bell
Yeah.
too.
I love
I
it.
love that.
You know everything.
This is smart.
I know a lot about Phoenix.
Genius.
I'm born and
I
raised
learn
here, you know?
something new every day about where I live.
That's super cool.
Which is really cool. I feel like I'm friends with like you guys, for example, with a lot of people that are just back to the Valley Girls, like just they love where they live, they love where they're from. Like obviously there's things we hate about wherever we are, right? That we could change and make better. Sure. But you hold on to the things that are so great. And like you highlight them and then it makes us excited to like dive into more like businesses and places. So thank you for that.
So true.
Of course. Like we were inspired by everyone else in Phoenix doing it and we just wanted there to be more of it. Yeah. And so that's really what led us into it. We're like, this is great. We love these businesses that are like proud to be Phoenix businesses and that are really for the community, like for Phoenix people. Because I think that people in Phoenix oftentimes are trying to live up to these other big cities like LA and San Francisco and New York and even Portland, you know, and we forget that we have so much potential and so many already amazing things right here in our city. And, you know, we just want to see more of that. So we're stoked to do it.
You guys literally make me feel like proud to live here. Like what you're doing. I'm serious.
That's
like,
really a cry moment.
Like it's true. Like when I have people messaging me saying like, where should I go when I'm like in town and stuff and they want, obviously I'm wine, like wine bars, shops, all of that. Like always like first thing that comes to mind. I want them to see like how cool like Phoenix is. You guys are cool, but you're like the cool where like, I'm not scared of you cool. Like you know like when people are really cool, you're like, oh, they're like, I'm
too cool.
Yeah. Like you guys are really, really cool. And then, but we meet each other and then like, oh, you're weirdos like me. I love you.
Perfect. 100%.
And that's the vibe. That's the vibe.
Oh, thank you so much. That's everything we ever wanted for Monsoon Market and our whole little world.
100%.
You're doing it. You did it. And it's only getting bigger and better. So,
Thanks,
and that's going to help so many other people and inspire them.
Thank you.
Cheers
to that.
This is so good, by the way.
Okay, I have one last question to pick your brain on. And that's if I'm going anywhere to buy wine, it doesn't matter where it is, right? What are your foolproof things to look for? What should someone buy, no matter if they're at a gas station, a grocery store, a specialty bottle shop?
Yeah.
What should you go for? Safe bets.
Yeah. I think a really good general straightforward way I tell people, because you just said who knows where they're going, I say go old world. It's an old school way to say it, but like Europe, Italy, Spain, France, because they just tend to stay more consistent. You know, you don't always know, but I feel like we get really creative outside of Europe. And so things could taste different, whether it's Chardonnay or Merlot or Cab. So I tend to tell people when they don't know what they're looking for, your best bet is if you see that Chianti, grab that Chianti, or maybe like that Argentinian Malbec, you know, or like the French Sancerre. I just feel like that's so much more stable and consistent. Hopefully that answers you and like helps, but that's kind of what I abide by too when I'm like in a new region, in a new place. And when I travel, and you guys know this, like when you go to Europe, every fucking wine's good. Doesn't matter. Like if I always say, someone asked me, I like wanted to be more helpful, but I had to be honest. They're like, Sam, I'm going to Italy. What wine should I look out for? Of course, like I told her, you know, her region, like what there's going to be. But I'm like, listen, if a 10-year-old kid's pouring you wine, I'm sure it's going to be great. Listen to him. Forget everything I've ever told you. Like they know what they're doing. Like they're the OGs. Like it all started, you know, all the trends and everything that we get came up from over there.
Absolutely. I mean, without a doubt, we love the old world wines. And I think you just said something there too. Like, listen to him. Listen to who's pouring you your wine. Like, I think going in and, you know, if I'm at a restaurant, I always ask, you know, if you have a Somm and, you know, what the Somm recommends, or if you're in a bottle shop, you know, like talk to us about it. We've tried.
You guys, I come in here, I just ask you guys. Like, it's like, yes, I am a Somm, but it's like, this isn't my turf. You guys are the ones that took all your time and energy to source these wines, knowing the backstories. I tell you like a couple things, like Bailey, I'll be like, all right, I need something a little less acidic today, like something more rich, full bodied. Like, what do you got for me? So yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and she's got you.
And that's the best thing you could do, whether you're in the industry or not. Always ask. And unfortunately, there's people that it scars people because they feel maybe someone was rude to them or whatever. But I feel and I have hope that society's getting better at not being so pretentious with wine. And obviously there's, you know, businesses that are better at it than others, but without a doubt, always ask, I think is a great thing.
And kudos to you for furthering that, that no snob, you know, air that you have about you. And I've even been that way, being new to the industry and in wine had a sommelier kind of make me feel stupid for asking a question, and that's one person, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but it
don't let
sticks
that.
with you.
It does. It
Yeah,
and
with
totally.
anything in life. Yeah.
But then they gotta follow your page and see
Yeah,
that
but
not
like,
every
oh, no,
sommelier
it's like,
is.
I promise, guys. Like, it's not all bad out there.
Absolutely.
100%. Thanks for representing. Thanks for being one of the normal people who like to drink wine, because at the end of the day, that's all we are.
Let's be real.
Girls
Half the
having-
time we all don't know what the fuck we're doing or like what we're talking about. We're all just trying to do our best and find wine and food and vibes that we all love and could, attract. And I think that's all you could do. And when it just goes back to, you find your people when you put who you are out there. And like, that's exactly what brings me to you guys, is obviously all these years. So I just love you guys.
Oh, love you back.
Thanks for putting it all out there, Sam Somm. We're so stoked to have you on today, just to hang out with us.
It's an honor.
Drink some fucking wine. Eat some Taco Bell. We have so much Taco Bell.
We have so much Taco Bell.
We gotta go, guys. We gotta eat Taco
Yeah,
Bell.
like off camera, we gotta go.
We
but
gotta go. Yeah.
No, thanks so much for joining us. It was so much fun to hang. Until next time.
Until next time. Have me back, because I love you guys. I want to come back.
Love you.
You're welcome anytime.
Remember me when you're big.
Whatever. you
Stop. Okay. All right, you guys.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Do you wave bye?
We wave. Yeah, we wave goodbye.
We wave bye. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode. Two Valley Girls LLC podcast.
Plus Sam.
Ooh.
And Sam.
From Seaman Valley.
Stay connected with us.
Bye.
You can find us at Two Valley Girls LLC on Instagram. Please check out Monsoon World on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Listen to us on Spotify.
I need to subscribe to I need to go on YouTube.
You haven't subscribed?
I don't go, you guys have inspired me to like maybe start a YouTube channel.
You heard it here.
How do you not already have a YouTube
I don't
channel?
know. I don't have a production team like this badass crew. What the fuck?
We know somebody.
Can you help me?
Sam, where can people find you online? What's your
Um,
ats, girl?
Samantha Sommelier. That's pretty much everything. SOMMELIER.
Well, you're good at that.
Spelling bee. All
It's
right.
not Sam Somm. Full Samantha Sommelier. I mean business on there. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, she totally
Ooh.
means business on there.
I like
That's my
the.
business name.
Hell yeah, you guys. Well, let's go.
Sites are hot. Are you guys warm? Is it just you?
Bye, guys. We'll talk to you next time.
Just some swamp ass.
See you at Two Valley Girls LLC podcast, Monsoon World, Monsoon Market, Sam Somm, Millier.
I need the clip.
Much
the
love.
clipper.
Peace and blessings.
Piece of.
Praise be.
Was that the best thing ever?
Can you guys do something with that?
Thanks for tuning in to the Two Valley Girls LLC podcast, presented by Monsoon World. Please subscribe to our Monsoon World YouTube page and follow Two Valley Girls LLC on Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify. Thank you to our sponsors and collaborators. Until next time, Phoenix and beyond.